Merry Christmas, my creators. It's your girl Tina, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, this is the day that we recognize the birth of our Lord and Savior, born in a manger, no room in the inn. I'm so excited that his arrival came. Yes, you all, we're back for another video. Yesterday, playing around on Christmas Eve, watching Denzel Washington movies, I started creating. And I'm here to share with you what I have created. Can somebody tell him thank you? Let's get into this video. All right, you all, I made some shaped recipe journals. Oh my God, when I say adorable, no rhyme, no reason, just looked over and saw my die. And I said, you know what? I'm finna make me a recipe book. And this is what I did. I came up with these mini recipe journals. This is like a 4x5 in size, right? It's not big at all, but it packs a powerful punch. So this is the mason jar shape recipe journal. I used some of my recipe papers from out my vault. I put a topper on here. I took some stickers from 2 different collections and adhered them together and put this little crochet bow here with my little twine. I love, love, love this mason jar. Y'all know I love all things mason jar anyway. This little recipe journal is too cute. Let me show you the back. And so what I did was I took some of my coffee stain paper. I used it and cut it out with the die to get the mason jar shape, and then I bound it in the middle. Okay, I wanted to show you all that. This is how I bound it together. Bind it together. All right. So this is nothing but some coffee stain paper, and I used some of my stamps that I've had in my stash for a long time and just stamped on the pages. No rhyme, no reason. This is a recipe journal, you all. You can put your own recipes in it. You can alter your recipes. You can make notes of when you're cooking certain recipes. This is a recipe journal. You can use both sides of the paper. And I just love the vintage look that it gives. Yes, it's 30 sheets in this journal. 30 sheets. I love it. Look at all that texture. Woo, just love it. All right. So this is a mason jar shape recipe journal. Took me all of 30 minutes to create this journal. I took that paper, I ran it through that die cutting machine, and I did the binding, and then I stamped, and this is what I got. So this is journal number 1, because I was watching Denzel movie after movie, and I just started creating. Looked over and I said, I haven't used my sliced bread in a long time. Recipe journal. So I had this paper in my stash of recipe papers, pulled it out. Love the color combination in this paper. Not colors that I create with a lot, but it was something about this paper and the pears and the peaches that's all over the hanging off the trees. So I had this salt and pepper set from Stephanie Bernard already cut out and adhered over in my ephemera box. I pulled those out, went perfect with this paper. And then here's some avocado cutouts that I had in my stash, some ephemera that was gifted to me. Eating fresh, I took 2 brads and one of my spellbinder label dies and cut that piece of cardstock out, adhered it with 2 brads, and yes, this is what we have, you all. So this is a sliced bread recipe shape journal. So here we go. I just took paper from my stash and I put in this journal, there are recipes that are handwritten, and I adhere them with washi tape. So this is stuffed jalapenos. We have some file folder that's been coffee stained. This was gifted to me by Miss D. D's Special Things. Hey, Miss D. This is some of that cranberry dyed paper, you all, that I did like 2 weeks ago. I love that paper. Oh my God, I love the effect, the way that it turned out. This is another piece of that folder. It was not a piece big enough to make the whole slice of bread, but I don't know about y'all. I cut my slice of bread in half when I make toast anyway. I was like, I'm going to use it. I cut it and shaped it the shape of the toast, and then I adhere some trim from the Dollar Tree. Love that. Here's another one of like my favorite sheets that's been in my vault for a long time. I just love this sheet because of all the foodie words on it. Peanuts, salt, butter, crackers, eggs, corn, bacon. Everything tastes good with bacon, y'all. Pudding, chips, beans, jelly, turkey, garlic. I love this sheet. I thought it went well in this journal. So on the back of here is a second recipe, chicken pot pie. Some more of that cranberry dyed paper that I stamped on. Love this. Here is a cut apart. And we know the cut apart was not big enough to have it be the whole slice. But again, I ran it through the die cutting machine and gave it that toast slice of bread shape. And then I took some of my little flags and adhered it with my tiny attacher. I love that. Here's another piece of that file folder that coffee dyed. Here, you all, is an embossing folder that goes with this sliced bread die. The greatest thing since. So I just took some cardstock and embossed it. Love that. Some more of that coffee dyed file folder. Another slice. And here's the third recipe, creamy feta tomato spread. I love that I handwritten it because I could have typed it, but I like the way it gives the feel of like a homely feel when you put it in your own penmanship. Some more of that cranberry dyed paper, another cut apart, some more of that file folder, another one of the embossing sheets, and then we have some another recipe, right? So that's the fourth recipe. Another cut apart that I used, a tiny attacher. All right. And then we have some more of that file folder, cranberry dyed paper, and then this is the back cover. Love that gingham. Right. And then here's some turkeys. Love it. So you all, this is recipe journal number 2. Again, the size is 4x5. These are small, but they are super, super cute. How cute is that? I love it. That is cute. Look at those avocados. That is gorgeous. All right. I didn't stop there because I was watching Denzel movie after movie. Nothing but a Denzel day. I looked over at my desk and I pulled out my little jar. I simply love him. Oh my goodness. I love him. I love him. I love him. This is same sheet that I made the sliced bread cover from. I still have some of this 12x12 left. And I made two little journals with that sheet already. So I pulled out that jar die, cut it. You all, this is right here. When you get a paper pack and they have the cover sheet on there that shows you everything that's in the paper pack, this is that. So what I did was I cut that because I use everything. I said that's perfect for me to put on this little jar. And then I have some glasses like, okay, I'm reading these recipes. I don't know about y'all, but my vision is not 2020. But on the real side, I don't need glasses to read. I need glass. I have to wear my glasses for seeing a long distance. But yeah, so I thought the glasses was a nice little touch. And I attached the little recipes with my tiny attacher. And here's some of that. Here's some of that drawer liner that I got from Menards. You all remember that? I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's dive in. This journal is bound by a ring and it hangs like this. I love it. So I just put the ring in the handle of the jar and it hangs. I love this. All right, so let's dive in. The kitchen is the heart of the home. Love it, love it, love it. I love that gingham. And then you all, let me show you what I did on this journal. I inked the edges. I really like the effect that it gave. Can you see it? You can really see it on this one. I love it. I love it. All right, so this is a journal that actually has recipes in it as well. Creamy chicken wild rice. I handwritten some journals. I did tea-dyed paper and just stamped it after I ran it through the die cutting machine, right? And so then here's another jar. I inked the edges. Here's some more tea-dyed paper, right? I stamped on it. Here's another jar, fresh eggs with that drawer liner. Here's another recipe on the back, classic cheese eggs. All right, some more coffee dyed paper. Another jar. Ink the edges. You could write on it. You could put pictures in these, you all. Do anybody cook and then take a picture of the meal or of the dish once you plate it, or in the skillet, or in the pot, or in the pan? I do that all the time. I'm a true foodie. I love the beauty of food. So you can take pictures of your dishes that you cook, and you can actually put them in here. Fresh from our garden. Love this paper. Here's another recipe, handwritten, my meatloaf recipe. I stamped on there, right? This is that coffee dyed paper. Ran it through that dye machine to get the shape. Love the way that turned out. Some more coffee stained paper. Here's a jar, and I had a sheet in my stash where the whole 12 by 12 is nothing but tickets, and they have different herbs and spices on it. So I cut those out and fanned them here on the front, on top of that drawer liner. Here's another recipe, shrimp dip. I use washi tape to adhere my recipes, so you can actually take them out, put them back in, or you could just cook from the recipe journal. And here's the back. I love the way that this turned out. Again, this is a cookie jar. And then I put laces, all the peach. And all of this lace on this journal right here was gifted to me by Marilyn G. Hey, Marilyn. She gifted this to me some years ago in abundance, and I love it. And so I just thought it was too cute, and it go perfect with the paper that I chose, the sheet of paper that I chose for the covers. All right. So this is mini shape journal, recipe journal number 3. All right, y'all. I watched Denzel all day yesterday, and I made these journals. This is the last one. Oh, it's breathtaking. I love crafting with yellow. Yellow just gives me life. It makes me smile. I love it. So I used an Apron box die. Instead of making a box, I said we're going to make a journal. All right. I used some of this Dollar Tree trimmed the edge of the apron. I took some cereal box on this one as well and sandwiched it together because I wanted it to be sturdy. And I bound this journal with these rings. So I punched the holes through the paper And I put the rings there and then added my little ribbons. I love it. I love it. Oh, so let's see what we have inside. This gives you a little bit more real estate. It's a little bit wider, just a tad bit bigger. I love the shape of this journal. So I went into my recipe books, my old recipe books that I've gotten from yard sales, from Goodwill, and I just pulled out some pages and ran them through the die cutting machine to get the shape of the apron. But because the paper is so thin and fragile, I added some reinforcers to these recipe sheets. All right, so we're just gonna go through. I used some color index cards, and I love the way that this turned out. And so I ran it through the die cutting machine. Because the width of the index card was not the same exact width of the die cut, you see it's a little piece missing. I like that effect. So that's all through the journal. I like the stagnated effect that it gave. But I used color index cards. Here's some of that cranberry dyed paper that I stamped. Right, here's some more color index cards, and you see how it doesn't go all the way to the end. I love that. Here's another sheet out of a cookbook that I reinforced. And then we have some file folder, tea dyed, coffee dyed. And then I have some more of that cranberry paper, right? Here we go with some more of the index cards. Another one of the recipe books, cranberry dyed paper, index cards in different colors. We have pink, we have yellow, we have green, and we have blue. All of the colors which coincide with the cover of this journal. Here's another one of the recipe sheets from the book. Some more coffee dyed paper, some more cranberry dyed paper, more of those index cards, more of these cranberry dyed papers, coffee dyed and index cards, coffee dyed, and then here's the back. You all, when I say I had so much fun, I have been planning to do a recipe book for about 3 months now. And in my mind, I had visioned something else. But yesterday, sitting here watching those movies and kind of cleaning up, going through some things while I was looking at the movies, I said, let's make some recipe books. I've been wanting to make them. And as a matter of fact, I have been gathering all of my supplies and I had them in a little basket. And so yesterday, I just pulled out the dies and began to create. What do you think about my mini shaped recipe journals? I'm not calling these recipe books because they're small. All 3 of them have all 4 of them have 30 pages, between 28 and 30 pages in each journal. 2 of the journals are handwritten recipes included. All 4 of the journals are no bigger than, 3 of the journals are no bigger than 5 by 4. And then this last one is just a tiny bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is 6 by 5. And the other 3 are 5 by 4. So there are many journals. You can write your own notes, your own recipe. 2 of them are just blank. I love the way that these turned out. So, anybody want to swap with me? If you want to swap with me, send me an email. Let me know which one you're interested in swapping with. Only thing I ask is that you have to swap with me a shaped mini journal. It has to be a shape. It cannot just be a square. It cannot just be a tag journal. It has to be a shape. Like this is an apron. This is a jar. This is a mason jar. This is a slice of bread. So I want it to be a particular shape. And if you want to swap with me, all you have to do is email me. Let me know which journal you want to swap. And once I'll reply to your email to let you know that it's okay. I agree to swap with you. Once you send me your mini recipe journal and I receive it, then I will ship out this journal to you in return. All right? I think that's fair. I love it, you all. What do you think? These are functional mini shape recipe journals. Give me a thumbs up. Can I get 25 thumbs up? Today is Christmas. Can I get 25 thumbs up? This is all one day's work, you all. I took like not even 3 hours to create all 4 of these. That's how simple and easy they were. No thinking, no long thoughts or all of that. Just relaxing and creating on Christmas Eve. Tell me what y'all think. Which one do you like the best? Which one would you like to have? Do you think it was a good idea to make them shape? I do. I really love it. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment. Give me thumbs up. Till next time, you all stay blessed. Wash those hands and keep creating. Love you all. Merry Christmas. See y'all on the next go round.